So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to lecture number 2 of Miscellaneous in this lecture series called Prelims Powerplay 2026. Now the thing is that some people might get confused with this category term called Miscellaneous. You all know that in this lecture series we cover everything. We revise everything which is important for your prelims examination, right? It includes current affairs, all current affairs, as well as the associated static topics. And we have divided all these topics into subjects. So we have covered polity, we have covered economics, we have covered geography, environment, history, science and technology. And the last category that I've put in is miscellaneous. Now, what all is included in miscellaneous? Okay, I need to clear this confusion first. So international relations, internal security, general GK, like the previous lecture on Nobel Prizes, all of that is included in miscellaneous category. Okay, so all your international relations, current affairs, internal security, current affairs, and other small general GK tidbits, these would be covered in miscellaneous category. Now, it is very important for you guys to make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. Why? Because if you'll follow this lecture series diligently, well, you'll just have to spend 1 hour of your day, but everything regarding your prelim syllabus would get revised. Provided the condition is that you start your revision for prelims from now on. From now on, till your prelims examination, you just have to spend 1 hour every day through this lecture series and everything would be revised. Now, the thing is that to really get the benefit of this lecture series, you need to follow these 4 steps. Number 1, watch the lecture on time. Then number 2, memorize whatever is discussed in the lecture from the notes provided by us. Number 3, we have enrolled you in our WhatsApp groups. Ask your doubts as soon as they occur to you. And along with this lecture series, you'll also be getting a test series. Step number 4, be regular with the tests. Okay, don't keep your tests pending. These are the 4 steps that you have to follow along with this lecture series, and you don't have to worry about your prelims examination at all. Now, as far as step number 1 is concerned, well, you have YouTube for that. You just need YouTube app and you can watch all these lectures. But for notes, for WhatsApp groups and for the test series, you would have to register on our app or on our website. The links to our app and our website are given in the comment section just below. So register for Prelims Powerplay 2026 by clicking on the links given in the comment section. All right? Okay. Enough of the introduction. Let's straight away jump into today's lecture. And our today's topic of discussion is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The reason why we are discussing SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, is because this year, in this year's SCO summit, Prime Minister Modi went himself. And basically, this year's summit was in China. And Prime Minister Modi's visit in China was a signal to Washington, D.C., Donald Trump, who has taken a hostile attitude towards India. Well, India's engagement with Russia and China is a counter signal to Washington, who has taken a hostile posture towards India and a friendly posture towards Pakistan. So in that regard and in that strategic positioning of India lies the significance of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Now, because Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Summit dominated the news, it becomes important for us to discuss everything about it. And there is a high chance that an MCQ in the prelims examination features from this particular topic. So we will cover everything related to SCO. All right, so let's quickly begin today's lecture. All right, so miscellaneous category, lecture number 2, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. All right, so this is the symbol for Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and as far as its members are concerned, well, these are the members: Russia, China, India, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Iran, and Belarus. Okay, so in total, it has 10 members. And as you can see from this map, mostly the countries lie in the Asia Pacific region, or initially it was formed as a Eurasian group. Okay, as you can see, Belarus and Russia have European leanings. I mean, they are more aligned towards the West. Not aligned strategically, but their outlook. Okay, rest of the countries are Central Asian or Asian. Basically, it's a Eurasian, Europe plus Asian grouping. Clear? Eurasia is a separate category. Now, SCO was founded in 2001 from 1996. So, in 1996, there was this organization called the Shanghai Five. Okay, this Shanghai Five had 5 members. Okay, these Tan countries, Russia and China. Now, after significant additions, now it has 10 members and it is called Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So remember, there can be an MCQ. The predecessor organization for SEO was Shanghai 5, 1996. This 1996 organization transformed into SEO in 2001. Okay, just remember this. Now, it has 10 Eurasian members for security, economic and cultural cooperation, covering 40% of the global population and 30% of the GDP. So, in 1996, Shanghai 5 got converted into SCO in 2001. Let's gather some more details about this, okay? So, about SCO. So, it started as Shanghai 5. Who were the 5 countries? China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan in 1996. Then in 2001, we added Uzbekistan to it and it became Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Then in 2017, India and Pakistan were added together to balance each other, okay? Then in 2023, Iran joined, and in 2024, Belarus joined, and today the total membership lies at 10. The headquarters for this organization is at Beijing. Its name is Shanghai, so they can create an MCQ that Shanghai Cooperation Organization's headquarters are in Shanghai. And many of you would mark it correct because there will be some bias towards Shanghai because Shanghai is in the name of the organization. So just remember, well, it's called Shanghai Cooperation Organization, but its headquarters are in Beijing. Now, one more thing. The thing is that these countries got together to fight against terrorism. Okay, and these countries got together to create, basically to generate cooperation in terms of security. Okay, that is why the number one priority of SEO was security and counter-terrorism. That is why under SEO they created another body called RATS, Regional Anti-Terror Structure. Regional Anti-Terror Structure. Just remember, because their main objective was security. So RATS was formed under SEO and it has a separate headquarters in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Just remember this part, okay? Now, the official languages of this organization, I mean all the documentation, everything, the official language for SEO are Russian and Chinese. Just remember this part, okay? Now, as far as the 10 members are concerned, you need some more facts about them. So, look, the 6 members in 2001 are known as the founding members. The later additions are called exceeded members like India, Pakistan, Iran, Belarus. Okay, so the first 6 members are founding members and the later additions are, exceeded members. Then partners. Okay, it has many partners also. SEO has partners, dialogue partners. Many countries have not been given the status of full membership, but they have been given the status of partners. Okay, now there were 2 categories of partners: observer states and dialogue partners. These 2 categories were merged into one called SEO partners in 2025. Just remember this part, okay? And currently there are 17 countries which act as dialogue partners or partners of SEO, including Laos, the latest edition. These are just facts, just remember them, okay? Now, if we talk about the core objectives of SEO, remember I told you security and counter-terrorism are the core objectives of SEO. So, number 1 is security, strengthening regional peace and stability by combating the 3 evils. So, under SEO, they have mentioned this term, 3 evils: terrorism, separatism, extremism. Terrorism, we all know. Separatism, okay, a militant group wanting to separate from a country, and extremism, extreme ideologies. These are the 3 evils that SEO seeks to combat. Then economic cooperation, because China is a huge economic giant and every other country wants to benefit from it. So economic cooperation was the case, okay. Promoting trade, energy, partnership, and China wanted to promote its Belt and Road Initiative under this. So this is there, which India has objected to. Plus an alternative to global order. You know, the biggest criticism against UN, World Bank, IMF is that it is dominated by top Western countries. It has a Western outlook. Eastern countries do not have their own alternative world order. So SEO seeks to establish that. Okay, advocating for a multipolar international system as an alternative to Western dominated institutions. And which are these Western dominated institutions? UN is criticized for that. World Bank is criticized for that. IMF is criticized for that. So they wanted to create their own alternative to Western dominated global institutions. And that is why India sees some advantage in SEO. because India is also fed up of this Western domination. Okay. SCO operates under Shanghai spirit, which emphasizes mutual trust, mutual benefit, equality, respect for cultural diversity. This is known as the Shanghai spirit. Okay, this mutual benefit, mutual everything. This is known as the Shanghai spirit. It is always talked about in every summit. Okay, now these are the core objectives. Now, if we talk about the institutional architecture, okay, what institutions are there under SCO? This is very important. So here is the institutional architecture. The top organization in SCO is Heads of State Council. It meets every year in a summit, which is known as SCO Summit. Okay, the supreme decision-making body that meets annually. Then there is Heads of Government Council, which is for economic cooperation. Then to do all the back-end paperwork, there is Secretariat, the permanent administrative body based in Beijing. And you remember we talked about RATS. It is a separate organization but functions under SCO, whose sole purpose is counter-terrorism. I'm so sorry, I've not been feeling well, but okay, so yeah. So RATS is a separate body. Okay, it is headquartered in Tashkent. It facilitates security cooperation among members. So this is the institutional structure of SCO. Okay, remember this. This is the highest decision-making body. Okay, now this is all you need to know as far as Shanghai Cooperation Organization is concerned. By the way, in your notes, I've given some extra information about RATS. Do read it and memorize it. Okay. Let's now focus on the main event of this year, and that was Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit this year in 2025, Heads of State Council Summit, and it happened in Tianjin, China. And the reason why it was controversial was because in this summit there was this famous picture where Prime Minister Modi, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping were holding hands and walking. Basically, it was an image to taunt the West, right? So it became popular because of this. So what key initiatives were taken in this Tianjin summit? Okay, so some key points about this SCO summit that was in Tianjin. So the summit concluded with the adoption of Tianjin Declaration. Okay, SCO chairmanship for 2025-26 passed to Kyrgyz Republic, Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so SCO has this annual rotation system. Okay, so this year it was with China. 2024-25 chairmanship was with China. That is why the summit took place in China, Tianjin. Next year the summit will take place in Kyrgyz because the chairmanship is rotated. Okay, in 2023 the chairmanship was with India, so India conducted that summit. The SCO members also adopted SCO development strategy until 2035. Merger of dialogue partners and observers, we have discussed this. Okay, Laos has been admitted as a partner country. SCO now has 27 countries, 10 full members, 17 partners. Remember SCO partners. SCO was granted observer status with Commonwealth of Independent States. Basically, you should know this, that once upon a time there was this thing called USSR, also known as Soviet Union. Russia was just one member country of this. Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, all these Stan countries, or Ukraine, they were all part of USSR. In 1991, USSR broke down into these individual countries: Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, all of these. Okay, but still, they created a UN-like structure, okay, which is known as Commonwealth of Independent States. They are independent, but they have created a cooperative mechanism. Now, CIS has given observer status to SCO. By the way, PM of India also he made a speech in SCO summit, okay, and shared some of his views. These are also given in your notes. Clear? Now, what were the key outcomes of this summit? Well, number one, biggest victory for India was that in this Tianjin declaration, condemnation for Pahalgam terror attack. Remember, SCO also has Pakistan as its member. Okay, but SCO together condemned Pahalgam terror attack. So it was a major diplomatic victory for India. Then, India has been advocating for a comprehensive counter-terrorism treaty at United Nations. Okay, an international treaty. India has been advocating for this. India made this treaty, CCIT, Comprehensive Counter-Terrorism Treaty. All members of UN have not agreed to it, but SCO in Tianjin Declaration said that we support this. Okay, then there were some initiatives taken at the economic level. Okay, then China also said that we are ready to basically offer our technological services. For example, USA has GPS. India has Navik. Okay. Russia has GLONASS. China has Beidou navigation system. China decided to share Beidou navigation system with all of SCO members. Though India is not going to join it, India has its own system. And they recognized in Tianjin Declaration India's global vision of one Earth, one family, one future, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Okay, so these were some of the key outcomes of this summit. But remember, the reason why this summit was famous was because of that one picture: Modi, Xi Jinping, and Vladimir Putin, basically a taunt to Donald Trump. Okay, that if Donald Trump alienates India, India can basically befriend America's adversaries. That was the signaling. Yes, that would be all. With that, we conclude today's session. By the way, remember, well, this lecture, the entire lecture is given in your notes. You have to memorize it. But in your notes, there is some extra information as well. Make sure you memorize that as well. Okay. And plus, if you have any doubts, well, you are in these WhatsApp groups. Do give us your doubts. Do message us your doubts. We are eagerly waiting for them. And be regular with the tests. This is very important. Test series is going to be critical for success in prelims examination next time. So make sure you're regular with the tests. All right. On that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another topic in this lecture series called Prelims Powerplay. Thank you, everyone.